So in this video, we'll revise viral gastroenteritis. So what are the viruses that cause gastroenteritis? The most common one, we have rotavirus. Okay, so it is a segmented dsRNA virus. So how do you remember it? So rota, R for rota, R for, okay, it's like roti, right? So it's round. Okay, so it is round, and if you keep doing it like this, you have segmentations, right? So segmentations, and it is an RNA virus, so RNA. But if you cut this into two, you have like this, right? So it is a segmented RNA virus, okay, but it is double stranded. So that is how you have it in the picture. So you have 11 segments of RNA approximately, which are double stranded. So you have group A and group B. So group A is the most common cause of severe endemic diarrheal illness in children worldwide, and group B causes outbreaks of diarrhea in adults in China. Okay, then you have the calciviruses, and the two major genera are noroviruses and sapoviruses. All of them are single-stranded RNA except adenovirus, which is a double-stranded DNA virus. So noro and sapoviruses, they cause outbreaks of vomiting and diarrheal illness in all ages, especially Norwalk virus, especially, which is a member of the norovirus genus. So it causes mostly diarrhea in adults. And sapovirus causes sporadic cases and occasional outbreaks of diarrheal illness in infants, young children, and in the elderly. And similar to a similar case of astrovirus and adenoviruses, it is they're the second most common viral agent of endemic diarrheal illness of infants and young children worldwide. What's the first common one? Group A, rotavirus. Moving on to rotavirus diarrhea. So rotaviruses are the most common cause of diarrheal illness in children. So they measure 60 to 80 nanometers in size, and they have icosahedral symmetry. Okay, so they comprise of a triple layered wheel shaped capsid. So you have VP4 and VP7 proteins in the outer capsid, VP6 proteins in the intermediate capsid, and VP2 in the inner capsid. Okay, so it possesses 11 segments of double-stranded segmented RNA. So the proteins, there are 6 structural proteins VP1 to VP7 except VP5, and 6 structural, 6 non-structural proteins such as NSP1 to 6 non-structural proteins, NSP. So VP6 viral protein 6 is group specific. So classification, based on the traditional grouping, you have rotaviruses, which are further classified into 7 major groups A to G based on the antigenic composition of VP6. Most human diarrhea are caused by group A, as we already discussed here. And moving on to the binary system of typing, it is a recent classification of rotaviruses based on a binary system, that is combination of both serotyping and genotyping methods. S for 0, S for 7. So serotyping is based on VP7 antigen, which is a glycoprotein or G-type antigen. So the numbers are expressed as G, 1, 2, etc. and 19 G types are known. Whereas genotyping method is based on the gene encoding for the VP4 antigen, which is a protease sensitive protein or P-type antigen. So we know 28 P's till now, and it is represented as P1, P2, etc. So currently 19G and 28P types are known. The most common type seen in the world is G, as well as in India, is G1P8. Okay, so diversity among the rotavirus types is more commonly encountered in areas with poor hygiene. So if you look at the pathogenesis, it is transmitted by the fecal-oral route, and then they've progressed further to destroy the enterocytes of the small intestine. The gastric and the colonic mucosa are spared. The large intestine and the stomach are spared. They only affect the enterocytes of the small intestine. Okay, so they affect the enterocytes. How do they do that? They multiply within the cytoplasm of the enterocytes and damage their transport mechanisms, resulting in secretory diarrhea. Okay, and then the NSP non-structural protein 4 acts as an enterotoxin, and it induces secretion by altering the epithelial cell function and permeability. So what are the clinical manifestations? It has an abrupt onset vomiting followed by watery diarrhea, fever, and abdominal pain. So recovery usually results in majority, but a few children may suffer from severe loss of electrolytes and fluids, leading to dehydration. Moving on to the epidemiology, it is a single most important cause of gastroenteritis in young children, and worldwide about 3 to 5 billion diarrheal episodes occur in children annually, resulting in nearly 1 million deaths, especially in sub-Saharan Africa and Southern Asia. Rotavirus illness in developing countries occurs at a younger age, and it is less seasonal and more frequently caused by diverse and uncommon serotypes. In temperate climates, group A rotavirus causes outbreaks in cooler months. Next, moving on to the lab diagnosis. So you can do the direct detection of the virus by collecting feces early in the illness, and which is the most ideal specimen, fecal specimen. So you can do immunoelectron microscopy. So rotaviruses, they have sharp-edged triple-shelled capsids. They look like spokes grouped around the hub of a wheel, and isolation of the rotavirus is difficult, and rolling of tissue cultures may be attempted to enhance replication. So moving on to the lab diagnosis, so you can use ELISA and latex agglutination based methods to detect the viral antigen in the stools. RT-PCR, it is obviously the most sensitive detection method. And then typing methods, you can use G serotypes and P genotypes, RNA sequence typing and neutralization test respectively. And serological tests, you can use ELISA to detect the rise of antibody titer for seroprevalence purpose. Moving on to the treatment. Treatment is mainly supportive to correct the loss of water and electrolytes such as oral or parenteral fluid replacement. Moving on to the vaccine, you have live attenuated rotavirus 116E, which is the G9P10 strain. It provides cross protection against many types, including G1P8 type, and it is manufactured by Bharat Biotech India. It is introduced under the National Immunization Schedule of India in selected states. And then moving on to the prevention vaccines, you have Rotavac. Okay, 3 doses of Rotavac are needed, so 5 drops per dose. It is administered at 6, 10, and 14 weeks along with DPT and oral polio vaccine. Overall efficacy in first 2 years of life is about 55%. Side effects are crying, irritability, fever, and diarrhea. No vaccine-induced intussusception has been reported. And then moving on to the other vaccines, you have Rotarix, which is a live attenuated G1P8 strain. It also provides cross protection against G3, G4, and G9, and it is reconstituted before use. It is given at the 6th and 10th weeks respectively. Now, measures to improve hygiene and sanitation in the community and contact precautions such as strict hand hygiene to prevent transmission from infected persons can help in prevention of rotavirus infections. Other agents of gastroenteritis include the family Calciviridae, which includes 4 genera, and 2 important genuses are noroviruses and sapoviruses, which include Norwalk viruses and Sapporo-like viruses respectively. They're also icosahedral. They possess cup-like depressions on the capsid, and they contain single-stranded positive sense RNA and a single major structural protein. So you have Norwalk viruses, which mainly cause diarrhea in adults, and sapoviruses, adenoviruses, astroviruses, etc. Adenoviruses are double-stranded DNA viruses, astroviruses, single-stranded RNA viruses, all these things, etc. So most common viral cause of gastroenteritis is rotavirus, and most important cause of epidemic viral gastroenteritis in adults is the Norwalk virus.